Hello, I'm Carol Mitchell. I'm president of the board of directors for Maybelle Center for Community. And I'm making this video for members and volunteers, so that volunteers can talk to members, about a new opportunity for members, and that is to join the board of directors for Maybelle. So why are we making this decision now? Well, we have talked a lot about it and realized that we're really missing something on the board. And what we're missing is the insight of you, the member. You are a voice that we need to hear. You have insight and a perspective on the things that we are creating and supporting. Visitation programs, the art, choir, relationships with staff, and so spiritual support, and all of these things you live day to day. And we just don't have that experience. So what does it look like to be on the board? Well, what it looks like is we meet once a month, and that time is the third Wednesday of each month from 7:30 to 9 a.m. And during the meeting, we go over programs. Christine tells us where we are on different programs. We go over the status of our fundraising, how we're doing. We look at monetary issues, so our financials, to see if we're doing okay or if we need to make any changes. And often, sometimes we have Linda from the assisted living come and talk to us about how the assisted living program is doing. So these are all things that we have responsibility for looking at. Now, I do want to make one note, and that is that if you can't attend by Zoom because of limitations in not having Wi-Fi or a laptop or anything like that, Maybelle does have a loaner program. So do talk to staff, and they might be able to help you out. I don't want that to deter you applying for a board position. Being a member of the board has expectations of attendance as much as possible. And as I said, we meet virtually right now, but we will be hopefully soon meeting in person. But we know that things come up, illnesses come up, family issues, things just come up in life. And so we try to be as flexible as possible, but we want to keep the continuity of involvement on the board. So if it becomes too burdensome, then you and I will just talk about it and see what we could do. So what do we want from you as a member? Well, I talked to you about the fact that you have the insight and the perspective and the voice. But in a nutshell, what we want from you is your passion for Maybelle and our mission of disrupting isolation, the courage to speak and contribute, commitment, and a willingness to listen to others and just to work together. That's what we want from you. The board term, which means the length that you agree to be active on the board, is 3 years. Again, we can be flexible on that. If that just seems like too long of a commitment for an unknown, we'll just work through that and we can talk about that. So what are the next steps? Well, the next steps, first thing to do is to fill out an application on the maybellecenter.org website, and you go to maybellecenter.org/board app. So board app is one word, and that should send you to the link. Now, if you're not comfortable with filling a written application out, then you can give me a call and we'll talk one-to-one and go over that application. And I'll give you my number at the end of this talk. The next thing that will happen, if I haven't talked to you and you filled out the application, I'll give you a call and we'll talk, you and I, and go over things, and I'll get to know you a little bit better. And then following that call, I'll set up a Zoom meeting between you, myself, and Michelle, and so that we can do kind of an interview of sorts and see if this is a good fit. After that, we send the information on to the board at large, and then the next board meeting, we have a vote deciding on the application to the board of directors. They make the decision. So one final note. We recognize that this is new for you as a member to be on the board, and it is new for the board of directors as well. But we're committed to this and to taking this next step that we feel is important. for us to be doing our mission and doing it well. We're committed to that, and we're committed to it being a successful journey for you. I want you to know that I will be your personal guide, and that means that if you have questions, documents you don't understand, etc., then I will be checking in with you. You can call me and go over them. So, like I said, that you feel more comfortable and not just kind of lost. We do have a orientation that we have for all new board members, and so you'll go through that process that Michelle will set up for you and the staff. Lastly, if you have questions or you just want to talk about this further, or if you want to fill out an application by one-on-one conversation, please give me a call. And that number is 503-913-5319. And thank you for considering being and joining us on the board of directors. Bye-bye.